Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now, how's life treating you? I do not have my Gorilla Pods today, and there's a problem of lighting in my room, so here I am. Anyway, I have just used my actual camera tripod and just taken a piece of it, and I'm using it as a handheld device, as a handheld monopod, I believe. Anyway, today's video is going to be about the neon effect. So please like, share, and subscribe. Tell me if you want to see anything, any suggestions, recommendations, any queries. And that's it. We'll see you guys in the video. So we are at the screen, and as you can see, it's a blank presentation. This is 1920 by 1080. You can use any font that you want, so it's not just no specific thing that you have to use this. So I'm gonna open, and we're gonna go to desktop. I'm gonna go to this one. This is the wall that we'll be using. This is downloaded from Unsplash. The link to the picture will be in the description below. So we're gonna just I should have done place embedded, but instead of that I did uh, open. Sorry for that. We're just gonna just move this and fit it. As you can see, it's a pretty large image for the canvas size. I'm just going to fit it over here. Yeah, right about here. I'm sorry, I had a cough. Anyway, if you can hear anything from the outside, there's something going on outside, there's a lot of noise. So I had to close all my doors and windows. So if there's an echo, I am so sorry for that. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, and please forgive please forgive me. I have a cold. So that said, let me just check. Yeah, okay, so it's working. And as I was saying, uh, this is the background of the neon light that we're gonna do. So first things first, we need to make this a little darker. We're gonna convert this to a smart object because we really don't want to damage anything. So we're gonna convert it to a smart object, and then we're gonna go Control Shift and A, and as you can see, there's the uh, what is the camera raw filter. I have such a bad cold, man. And we're gonna move the highlights down and maybe the shadows down a little, the whites down. We're just trying to make it a really dark because that's how neon lights look good. And the reason I'm bumping up the clarity and the texture is so that the light from the neon light actually reflects off them and makes it look realistic. With that said, we are going to go to optics, and here you have vignette. Now we're going to move it to negative, and you have a black vignette. And then move it to positive, you have a white vignette, but we don't want that. So, okay, I'm going to just keep the distortion to 0. Vignette this, and that's it. I'm going to make it like this. Yeah, this looks okay. I'm just gonna bring the saturation down a tad. Okay. So this is kind of edited. Now we are gonna write something. So let's write something. Let's write mine. Well, okay, so this is where it is. M R. Let's make it white. I'm gonna take M R, and this is the first text. Okay, I'm gonna do it middle line, align it to the middle. So sorry. Now we're gonna take another text layer and we are gonna add the text my name Shubho. So the reason we are doing this because we want them to be different colors. I'll take another text layer, give it here, type SUBHNO. As you can see, it's going well. I'm gonna take this, shift click this, I'm gonna see middle line and center line. That's good. No, we don't want it to align like that. Yeah, we just want this, and we just want to do this, and we're gonna do yes. And then we click this, click not this, click this, control click this layer. Yes, and that looks good. Okay, perfectly at the center. Then we are going to control uh, this layer. Sorry, control T, transform, and hold Alt and Shift together, or Option and Shift on a Mac. I'm gonna move it smack bang right here. So yeah, or maybe we should keep this. No, we should keep this big. Yeah. So that's that. I'm gonna click it again, and we're gonna control click this. Control click this one. I'm gonna do this once again. Yeah. Yes. And let's do something. Let's control click this. Let's do this. No. No, 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 no. This looks good. Okay. Let's move it to the middle a little. Yeah, this looks good. So shift click this, control T, and let's move it. Okay, this looks visually in the middle, although it's not perfectly in the middle, but it looks in the middle. Then we are going to add our effects. So we're going to take this layer, and let's say we take this layer, and we're going to double click it, and we're going to add inner glow. Now that's done. Click this, and as you can see, the inner glow blending mode is it was sorry, I clicked inner shadow, the inner glow. Click this, and we're gonna click cyan, and we're gonna go. Let's do this color. So this is 00AEFF. Okay, so we'll remember that. Let me just take it down on my phone, just to make sure that I never forget it. So this is the color we're going to be using, and the name, the hex code is 00 AEAEFF. This is for the blue, so we're going to use this color. Let's not use this color. Let's use this color. 00EAFF. Let's use this color. 00 EAFF. That's good. Now we're gonna hit OK. And as you can see, inner glow is there. And if we increase the choke, we're gonna see that the blue is increasing on the sides, but we don't want it to be too sharp. So we're gonna just keep it right over here. And we're gonna keep the sides to right up to here. We don't want to overdo it. Okay. And then we go to outer glow, and then we're going to change the color to 00 EA. Okay. And as you can see, it's already looking good. We'll go here, and 00 EA. And would you look at that? Now, these settings are already done before because I was doing it beforehand. So I was checking it out. The spread is 7% and the size is 250. Now, the reason the drop shadow is at its max because we want the light to spread. These values will depend on what exactly you're trying to do on different fonts and on different types of sizes of fonts and everything. So you yourself will have to experiment with these. There are no hard and fast rules over here. Now, this works for this. Let's go to inner glow, increase the choke, and let's see. Does this look good? I think this looks better, like just give it a little bit. Yeah, I think this looks far better. You can increase it. Okay, let- okay. I think this works. Okay, hit okay, and then we're gonna come here, and we're gonna do the same. We're gonna go here, and gonna go inner glow, and now we have to change the color. So I'm gonna go to the magenta side. Let's use this color, FF00D2. So let's write it down, that we don't forget. FF00D2. So okay, and we're gonna keep it right here. I'm gonna go to outer glow, click it. We had FF00D2. Okay, and then we had FF00D2. Okay, but as you can see, the white color of the text doesn't look as good as the white does with the blue. So the magenta is, so we can increase the choke on the inner glow, but the choke is already high. I don't think this will look good. What we can do, however, is change the color of the text. And what was that again? Let me just check. This is why you must write down the hex code of the colors because otherwise you're gonna miss it. So let's go FF00D2 and okay, but I don't want this. So I'm gonna go a little lighter because you want the feeling of the white part in the middle, the really the highlights, you want that. That's there. Because if I go this way, it just doesn't look as bright as the other one. So we're gonna just go to this side and find something that doesn't look bad but also gives that. Okay, let's keep it here. So this kind of goes well. Now, if you really feel that it should look as good, you can just go Control Shift A and you say convert to smart object and you say hit yes, and you can increase the highlights and decrease the shadows, increase the exposure a bit, and it looks very good. If you like this look, that is. And then of course you can also go over here, add a curves adjustment layer. Where are my curves? My curves, anyway. Flip it to this and you bring this thing down. Now bring this thing down, and then of course let's not do this because let's not convert this to a smart filter because it's not looking good. Okay, we are just going to keep it over here, and we are going to take an adjustment layer, and let's say we take a brightness contrast layer, we flip it to this, and we just bring the should I bring the brightness down? Yeah, let's make it like this. So that's it. You have your layers, and you this looks good. Now of course you can go here, and you can go to drop shadow, and you can increase the spread of this. The reason you want to increase the spread of the magenta color more than the, you can just make it like this, shadow at an angle. So 83 here, we have edge, and we can increase the choke, increase the size of the choke. We want that, just keep it right over here. Mm, okay, let's do this. Let's keep it right here and increase the range. Okay, let's give it a shader. Okay, let's keep it here. Outer glow, yeah. Let's just keep it here. Drop shadow is, let's see. Okay, we have it. Now we can of course add a curves adjustment layer to this, clip it to the background because that's why did I do this? Yeah, hold on, create a clipping mask, clip it to the background. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll just hold shift and turn it 15 degrees, make it a little smaller so it looks cool. Yeah, hit OK. And you can bring it over here, bring this over here. Now we can add our rings around the writing, but before that I just want to make this thing even darker at the shadow and another filter, and we're going to bring the exposure down. Hit OK, and as you can see this light is reflecting, but as you can also see the blue light is reflecting more than the magenta light. That's something you need to keep in mind. Anyway, we are going to take the ellipse tool, and as you can just take the stroke, you can click this, or you can just, yeah, you can just 00 E8. So this is the color. We are gonna click it and cancel. We just hold shift and we draw this circle, and we position it right over here. And then you can just make a copy of this. Control J. Oh no, 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 no. and then you can do Control J, and you can make this disappear. Click on this, and you can change the color to FF0032. Okay. Oh, sorry. Go here, change the color to FF0032. Lost my mind. So, and we are gonna make this a little smaller. So, Control T. Oh shit, no. We have to lock this thing because this thing is getting selected. Control T. And make it a bit smaller. This, and as you can see, it's working. Control T right over here. Hit OK. Select this. T. Make it right around here. Hit OK. Select this layer, ellipse 1. Select so ellipse 1 is the blue one, right? Yeah. So you're going to select the blue one, you're going to hit this, copy layer style, ellipse 1, hit right click, and paste layer style, and it starts glowing. Select ellipse 1, copy, take this thing, and I'll go copy layer style, copy, right click, paste layer style, start glowing, and you have a lovely logo. And that's how you do it. Now, if you think, and what I think, which is this thing is not properly centered, you can always move it. Yeah, I think this does it for me. If you want to make any changes, you can. Of course, you can. And then, of course, you can, since we have nothing here and the background layer is now currently locked, you can just select. So the background layer is locked, we can just go select everything. And then you can unlock this. And you can just, I'm sorry. So yeah, this thing is locked. And we can just select everything. Move this, yeah. So anywhere you feel is the center of the frame. And as you can probably see, I don't know if it's Adobe's fault or the program's fault or something is happening, some settings are wrong. My computer, I would like to believe, is a pretty powerful one, but something is wrong with this thing and it just won't. As you can see, it's freezing. So this is what happens when you have way too much effects, and you can just try and center it the best you can. I think I did a pretty good job of trying to center this. Tell me what you think, and until that time, see you in the next one. If you have any suggestions, complaints, anything that you want to see, leave it down in the comments below and share with your friends and families, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button.